Good morning, everybody. I'm a little bit early, which is unusual for me. So whilst I give you guys a moment to get yourself logged on, I will just get myself organised. There we go. Fabulous. I think everything is all fired up. Yep, good. Alrighty, so good morning and welcome to your stretch routine. We're going to go through a top to toe stretch, so literally all the way from your neck and shoulders down through the torso, through the feet and back up again. We'll start in standing, then we'll move on to the mat for a few deeper stretches before coming back up for a posture reset. There are a few little rules, which are that if you experience any pain or any discomfort during any of the movements, then I want you to either stop or just modify to something that suits you better. If you feel unwell, make sure you stop. If, it's a warm day. If you're doing this live with me here today, it's a lovely warm day. So make sure you've got a drink of water nearby. And if you're exercising alone, it's a good idea to have a method of communication to hand. So have your phone nearby or something that you can reach out for any help should you need to. We are going to be getting up and down off the floor. So just make sure that you're comfortable doing that. And perhaps you want a piece of furniture nearby just to help you with it. But apart from that, take it steady, enjoy the movements, ease into them, and in the next sort of 20-25 minutes, you should be feeling refreshed, relaxed, and ready to face the rest of your day. So let's start with a nice, strong stance position. So feet about shoulder width apart, just letting the arms hang heavy to begin with, and we're going to take a little sway round, twisting the torso one way and the other, and let the hands sort of go floppy with it. We're going to cross one in front of the body, one behind. So we're just letting everything loosen off a little bit. Good. And you might want to just gently turn the eye line in the direction of your movement. We will do 3 more, 2 more, last one, and then back into center. Great stuff. Now let's roll the shoulders up, round and back. Do 4 more of these. Good. Last one, open the chest. Fantastic. Now we're going to take a slightly wider stance and we're going to do some arm swings. So one goes forward, one goes back. That's it. If I come sideways, you should see we're hopefully going about the same height forwards as it is backwards, adding in that little bit of sway. Now for the next bit of this, we're going to make the arm movements much bigger. So we'll slow the movement a little bit to make it bigger. A little bit more twist and turn in the torso, and then let's go back to those slightly smaller arm swings. So we'll do 10 of one and then 10 of the other. Let's go into 10 big. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. 10 little. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And we finish with 10 big ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Lovely. Let me come and face you again. So we've got our arms loosened off. They should feel nice and relaxed, nice and floppy. And we're just going to do a little bit of neck stretching now. So keeping the arms relaxed, the weight of the arms pulling the shoulders from the ears. I then want you to nod your chin down to your chest and roll the ear over to the shoulder one way. Come down, roll the ear over to the shoulder the other way. And keep going with that one for me. So just little half circles at the bottom of the movement there. We'll go 5 more. 4, 3, 2, and last one. Coming back up in the middle again, nice and tall. Well done. Alrighty, we're going to come down into a high kneel position next. So 1 foot in front, 1 foot behind, into this nice strong position where we've got the feet sort of probably a little bit wider than hip width apart, maybe about shoulder width apart. That's going to give you a nice strong base of support. So what I want you to do here is you're going to turn so that you're turning the torso towards your back leg, the one that's down here. And then we're going to turn and go around the other way. So you're now turning towards that front thigh. And we'll just keep going with that twist. So we're opening out the inner thigh here. And then round the other way. Good. Twist and turn. And twist them back. We'll go 2 more like this. 1 and 2. And then that brings us back into our center position, taking the front leg straight. You're going to lean forwards and come back up. Oh, she says with a wobble. So try and keep a straight back if you can. Leaning forwards and coming back up. So as you go into that lean forwards, you're starting just to tighten up the back of the thigh a little bit, working into that hamstring. Let's go 2 more of these. And last one. Good stuff. Now bring that leg behind, so we swap over to do that the other way around. So we've got our nice wide stance. So feet are about shoulder width apart. That's going to keep you in a nice sturdy position. You're going to turn towards your back leg and then turn towards the front leg. Good. Keep alternating between those two. Turn to the back leg and turn to the front leg. Good. Open and round. Open and round. Let's do one last one like that. Open and round. Good stuff. Now we're getting into our hamstrings. So we straighten out this front leg, straight back, leaning forwards into it, and up you come. Good. Inhale at the top here. Exhale, go forward. Inhale up at the top. And exhale, go forward. Brilliant. 3 more for me. And last one. Good, well done. And then we're going to bring that leg round behind you. Hands down onto the floor so that they're about shoulder width apart, maybe a little bit wider. And then you can either have your toes sort of flat down onto the floor as I'm showing you here now, or tucked underneath, whatever's going to feel easier for you, as we then head into our cat stretch. So it's a curve and around, lifting the ribs up to the ceiling, tucking the head and the bottom underneath, and then lowering the breastbone, squeeze the shoulder blades together, and look up towards your eyebrows. We'll keep alternating between those 2 ranges. Inhale, big curve around the back. Exhale, release the other way. 3 more. Inhale, curve, breathe into the back of the ribs. Exhale, release. Last 2. And last one. And then we're going to finish this little sequence off with a child's pose. So it's bottom down to heels, sliding the arms out in front of you. Now, if you find it difficult to get your bottom down towards your heels, if the knees don't want to bend that far, then you can put a little block or a cushion to bridge that gap to allow you to send the tailbone down towards the heels, and you're just pushing the hands away from you. Maybe take a little rock from side to side here. So this morning particularly, I'm feeling a little bit tight on my right side lower back. So I'm just going to lean into that. If you've got any little snaggy areas, just take this time to maybe work into it a little bit. Okay, we're going to come out of our child's pose there, and then coming round to lay on your back. So I want you to swizzle all the way around for me so that you lay on your back. And we're going to go into some hip stretches here. So if you bring one knee up and in towards your chest, and then just kind of take one way and then the other. See, again, if there's any particular tightnesses. I sometimes sort of circle round. That can feel quite nice. Good, and then we're going to pop that foot back down to the floor, coming up on the other side. Lift the knee in, squeeze it in, and take a little bit of a side to side with it. Perhaps a circle round. Lovely. Now let's take both knees up and in together. Same sort of thing, a little bit of a side to side. So this you might feel in your hips, it might be your lower back. And then circle the knees around, both going in the same direction. And you're sort of massaging the lower back in towards the floor. Change the direction of your circle. Brilliant. And then we pop back down into rest again. Just with one leg now, I want you to let the knee flop open to the side. Try and keep the other one in a sort of midline position, so you're not letting it go too far with it. So we're just opening out on that inner thigh. Come in, and then we'll swap over to the other leg, letting the knee flop open, and a little jiggle. And then we'll go side to side again. So swapping over to the other leg. And then swap over one last time. Good, and then we'll come back to center just briefly before then letting both knees flop open and out to the side. And you can maybe just take a little rock here. So it's kind of like a butterfly, stretchy position. And if you feel like you've got the range of movement, maybe just take the arms out to the side as well, kind of in your cactus position. And it's a really lovely, open, stretchy posture here. Okay, let's come back in. And then bring the arms back down if you have got them out. We're going to slide one leg out straight. Knee comes up and in towards you, but then it's going to go across the body. So you're pulling the knee over and across, stretching in and around this lower part of the back here. Nice wide, full breaths. Good, then we'll come back into center, swapping around for the other side. So other leg out long, knee in towards the chest, pull over and easing into that. Fantastic, well done. Both legs coming back to rest position again. And we're going to spend a little bit more time thinking about stretching through your shoulders and across the front of the chest. So position the feet about hip width apart, just so they're nice and comfy there. Lower back, just gently connected in towards the floor. Feel your shoulder blades tucked in behind you. You're then going to take both arms up, so you've got fingertips pointing up towards the ceiling. And then we're going to scissor the arms, so one goes down, one goes back. And that one that's up overhead, try and keep it as tight to your ear as you can. And then we'll swap them over, taking the arm down and back. And again, up and swap, up and swap. Sync your breath with it. Inhale at the top, exhale, go over. Inhale at the top, exhale, go over. Let's do two more. Brilliant. Then both arms going overhead. You can link the hands together if you want to. Grab a hold of either wrist. Try and pull one arm up, the other one up. So just make yourself as long as you possibly can. Let's slide the legs out as well. And you're going to stretch through right from the very tips of your fingers all the way down and out through the toes. Let's give both fingers and toes a little bit of a wiggle. Great stuff, well done. And then we're going to ease off from there. Bring the arms down by your side in a little shallow V. Bring the knees and the feet together. And then we're going to go into a gentle rock, both knees over one way, head turning the opposite way to the knees. Now hold here for 2 wide full breaths. Great stuff. Come up and over through the middle. And then over to the other side. Turn the head in the opposite direction to the knees. Big deep breath in. And release out. Again. We're going to do one more of those to each side. So the knees go up and over. You turn your head the opposite way to the knees. Breathe into it. Good, over the other way. 2 wide full breaths. Good, and then back and into center. Now for our last stretches down on the mat, we're going to look at stretching through your quads, the muscles at the front of the thigh. So I've got 2 variations for you. First one I'll show you is lay on your tummy. So we want you all the way around onto your front, resting your head onto your hand, and then you're going to bend your knee and squeeze the heel in towards the bottom. Now not everyone can get into this position, so your alternative is to be lay on your side, and then you can modify to a range that you're able to get to, but you're going to hold of your ankle, your shin, whatever you can manage, squeezing the heel into the bum and trying to take the knee backwards. So if you're still lay on your front, then try and squeeze the heel to the bum a little bit tighter, push your hips into the mat. If you're on your side with me, then see if you can just get a little bit tighter into that hip, heel in towards the bottom, knee going back into midline. Okay, well done. We're going to swap over now to do the other side. So you've got the same 2 options. Either on your front, stay there if you're still there, and just swapping over to the other leg, or onto your side, getting the heel and squeezing it in towards the bottom, taking the knee as far back as you can so that you're feeling the stretch up the front of the thigh. You've got your 2 options there. You're holding it in whichever option you've chosen. Use your breath to see if you can squeeze into that movement just a little bit more. Well done. And then we're going to release. Carefully bring ourselves up into a standing position, and we'll do a few more stretches in standing. Good, so once you've brought yourself up, let's think about our wrists and our hands a little bit. So we're going to circle them round, and you might get a few crunches and clicks. I know I certainly am. And then whichever direction you're currently circling in, let's change that direction. Brilliant. Good. Now, palms facing forward, spread the fingers out right through to the tips of the fingers, and then ball them up into a fist. Spread out again. Ball into a fist. Spread out again. And then you're going to just let your arms hang at the side of the body. Taking the feet now so that they're wider than shoulder width apart. And we're going to go into a side bend where you slide your hand down the outside of the thigh. Brief hold there. Pull up into the middle. And then over to the other side. Lift and lean. Good, lovely. One more to each side. Lift at the top. Leaning over. And again, inhale, lift at the top. Exhale, leaning over. Come all the way back into the middle. Palms face forward, arms up and out to the side. Bend your elbows, fingers behind your ears. And we go over into side bend again. Good. Now this time, you're going to just turn the torso towards the floor. And then we're going to come back to that center position and see if you can just turn the torso slightly up to the ceiling. Back to the middle. We come up. We're going to do the same to the other side. So over you go, side lean, and then a little twist towards the floor. And side lean, little twist towards the ceiling. Back to the middle, and up you come. We're nearly there. We're going back over into a side lean, but this time your top arm is going to extend further. Try and get your arm as close to your ear as you can. Little up towards the floor, little turn towards the ceiling. Back through to the middle, over the other way, lean, reach, a little turn to the floor, a little turn to the ceiling, back to the middle, up, over, relax those arms, give everything a loosen up, and come to your nice, strong stance position for me. Equal weight through the feet. Pull up through the crown of the head. Chest open, bottom gently tucked underneath, softness in the knees. And that is your stretch routine complete. So we work from top to toe and right back up again. I hope you feel looser. I hope you feel more mobile. This will be available to watch again, or if you're on catch up, thank you for joining me whenever it was. We won't be back live next week. I've got a cricket festival to not attend. I won't be playing, I'll be watching, but I will be back the following Monday as normal. So watch one of the videos in the back catalogue if you are on your regular Monday routine. Otherwise, I will just see you again whenever it is for your next stretch. Okay, take it easy, enjoy the rest of your day. See you soon. Bye-bye.